Number 2, we have 11 parts. So again, we're going to be analyzing this equation and graph. Given this function, we want to determine whether the graph opens up or down. So we just focus on this leading term. It is positive, so that tells me that it opens up. So since A is greater than 0, the graph of the parabola opens upward. B, we want to identify the vertex. So again, we're going to look at the H and K, which is -1 and 3. Use the opposite sign of what you see. So +1 and the same sign, -3. So +1 and -3. The x-intercepts, we actually need to solve that out to find the x-intercepts. So we have P of x is 3 times x minus 1. Okay, so we're going to set this equal to 0. I'm going to add 3. So I'm going to explain what we're doing. We're going to add 3, so it's going to give us 3 divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So that's this 3 right here, divided by 3 on both sides to get this by itself. Trying to isolate x. Take the square root to get rid of the square. So that gives us a plus or minus 1 equals x minus 1. And then we would add 1. So it's going to give us a +1 plus or minus 1 equals x. So 1 plus 1 gives me 2. So 2, 0, and 1 minus 1 gives me 0. So my x-intercepts are 2, 0, and 0, 0. So this says how to do it. Evaluate x-intercepts p of 0. No, sorry, p of x equals 0, so y is 0. And then it goes through the solving process. Set it equal to 0. They add 3. Divide by 3, so that's where we're going to have a 1 here. And then once they square root and solve it, x equals -2. Nope, sorry, +2 or 0. And so the ordered pairs would be 2, 0 or 0, 0. Now, since I know the y-intercept is given when x is 0 and this ordered pair has a 0 for the x value, this point also doubles as my y-intercept. So in order to find the y-intercept, we just plug in a 0 for x, solve for y. So that's this time p of 0. And then if you go through the solving process, we'll get 0. And then you'll have 1 squared, which is 1. And then 3 times 1 is 3, minus 3 is 0. So I didn't go through the solving process, but I think you can do that much. We're going to sketch it. So again, I'm going to plot my vertex and a couple points. Our vertex was +1, -3. So right 1, down 3. Okay. Y-intercepts were 0, 0, and 2, 0. We're going to draw the line vertex first. Opens up and just pick one of these points. The axis of symmetry is the x-coordinate of the vertex, so positive 1. The axis of symmetry is a vertical line that goes through the vertex. And we get that by x equals 1. Determine the minimum or maximum value. So since this parabola opens up, we will have a minimum value. The minimum value will be the y-coordinate of our vertex, which is the -3, the k value. So we're going to have a minimum. And the minimum value of the function is the y value of the vertex. Minimum value is -3. And then we're going to write the domain and range. So again, the domain is going to be all real unless we have a real world scenario where it changes. So -infinity to +infinity. The domain, since I'm dealing with a minimum, is going to be from that minimum value up to infinity. So I need a bracket, -3. So that's my lowest point, and then it goes up from there. Okay, so here's the graph. Lowest point, this is -3, and then it just goes up to +infinity from there. So you'll have a stopping point on one side, minimum, that's going to be the left. If it's on the maximum, the stopping point will be on the right.